What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, there's been chatter. With the whole ABK thing, kind of put on pause, but not really. It's going through, but later, whatever. The shift has gone for these donkey unicorns and ponies to what's going on with Sony, what's going on with PlayStation. So, first, they have this Spider-Man Special Edition console, which is, that's par for the course for Sony. They're gonna make a Spider-Man game. They're gonna make a PlayStation version of it. You can either buy the whole console or you can buy the little plastic fins, the add-on fins. Whatever. Business is business. Some people will buy it. Most people won't, because of the rumors of a PlayStation 5 Pro and the Slim. Slim is more, I think the Slim is more reasonable, realistic, wanted. The Pro is a bad idea. The Pro is a bad idea and it's a good idea at the same time. One, I'm gonna go positive first. It's a good idea for Sony because the PlayStation 5 is actually underpowered when compared to the Xbox. Now, I know people are like, but look, a Digital Foundry and it's always better and blah, blah, blah. What Sony did in the last minute when they found out that the Xbox Series X was way more powerful, that it would basically win if they would have kept it stock, if they would have kept the PlayStation 5 stock, Xbox would win everything. So they did two things. One, they overclocked the system, put the liquid metal on the CPU, all this extra stuff, made it super huge, put a giant fan in. They did everything they could to keep it cool because they overclocked it. Two, they bought out all the publishers and the developers in order to optimize for the PlayStation 5 to guarantee that it would be the best performing version. That's why Jim Ryan was crying during the court case that, oh, they're gonna make the Xbox version better. Like, why would you say that? Cause y'all are doing that, that's why. You see? He just admitted guilt, basically. So, they have a reason to put out a PlayStation 5 Pro to actually have a more powerful console, to actually not have to pay developers to have a better version. And they can get out of the parity clause, or they could, if there is a parity clause, as far as, we're gonna make this version as good as your console can make it, then their version will be the best. Well, the PlayStation 5 Pro version would be the best version, given it depends on the API and it depends on how easy it is for them to actually implement that extra power. And that's a key thing. I think if Sony can figure out how to do that, how to say, it's the same dev kit, the same everything, there's just another option, you click that, boom, everything's better. I don't know how, it's not that simple, but I'm simplifying it, but that's the same thing that Xbox has to do. If Xbox wants to put out a more improved version of the X or even the S, they can. They could do what PlayStation 5 did with the regular PlayStation 5, and they could just overclock the Xbox series. They didn't. They basically, the numbers that they gave were nominal numbers, like I guess an average, if you will. The numbers that PlayStation gave were on the higher side, even though they're the IO is faster. They put the higher numbers up. Like, say, I got up this high. All the graphics card makers do that. They put up the higher number in order to make their card so, good. And then, Digital Foundry goes and say, it doesn't really get up there that much, that often or whatever. So it's a trick that everybody uses, so whatever. But the thing about the bringing up another SKU, especially for PlayStation, is that it's not going to make the devs happy. The devs are going to be very not happy. It's the same reason why they don't want to make a Xbox Series S version, because it's extra work. So what PlayStation is doing, if this is true, They're literally doing exactly what Xbox has right now. They are going to anger the devs if it's more work to make those games better on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, if Sony mandates that you make all the versions, PlayStation 5 Pro first, well, that's idiotic because you don't have the numbers. So PlayStation 5 is still the lead console as far as those games. And if you want to make a PlayStation 5 Pro version, then you would have to, either make it super easy for the devs, or it's just extra time for them to make it better, So it's kind of dumb, because it's like, I want to know what the ponies and the donkey unicorns are gonna say, because literally, I want to know what the devs are gonna say. Are they gonna say, oh, now we got the regular PlayStation 5 is holding back? What are they gonna say? It's so stupid. So, I don't know if Sony's actually thought about this. I think that they find themselves in a very precarious situation where the truth is starting to come out about the actual PlayStation 5, and that, Final Fantasy 15, that was 16. That's a perfect example of why the PlayStation 5 is hot trash garbage, because it was struggling. I was like, why is this game struggling? I thought PlayStation 5 was the best console. Why? It's like it's hot trash. What is this? You got 8K in your box. There ain't no 8K nothing on the PlayStation 5. And now they're talking about, oh, it's really gonna be 8K this time, 4K 60. I'm like, they're trying to fool you. The thing is, with that extra power comes the ability and the wanting of the devs to make the games look better. And what they will do oftentimes is make the games look better over giving it more performant, making it more performant. They will always do that. That's what has happened this generation. If they would have kept all the graphics and stuff like last gen, yes, every game could be 4K 60, no problem. Easy, no upscaling, just easy. But no, you gotta make the graphics pretty. You gotta make this and that. That's how it works. So, it's gonna happen. And so they're gonna be like, yeah, 4K 60. Like, no, it's not gonna be 4K 60, because they're gonna try to squeeze out some more, resolutions and stuff, and it's not gonna work. And I think that the PlayStation 5 Pro is gonna be huge. Will it be bigger than the PlayStation 5? Possibly, if they're gonna keep the same clocks, but have what they say, 60 CUs or 60 cores of coreness. The PlayStation 5 is 36. They're going up to 60. I think that's what it was. Yeah, 60, and then it was 18,000 MTSs or something like that. So that's I guess that's the RAM, which is comparable to, I guess, there's 4,000 now. So, sure. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't look into it too much, but I was like, what is this new numbers of stuff? I'm not too on all the stuff when it comes to the different nomenclatures of numbers of blah, blah, blah. But I think that is referring to the RAM. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Why they're doing it is obvious. PlayStation 5 is weak and whack. They need to get more power because they underpowered it and overclocked it in the beginning. And they skated by buying out the optimization lane. So now they're going to have to rely on third party, because they really don't have any first party stuff. And all the first party stuff that they're coming out with, nobody wants. All the games of service, nobody wants. They're down bad now, and their future forecast is looking down bad. So I don't know, we'll see. Let me know in the comments below. Y'all think a PlayStation 5 Pro is needed? Is it wanted? Do you want it? And why do you think Sony's doing it? Now the Slim is cool. I recently came into some PlayStation 5 games, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and a whole bunch of other games, physical games. So I'm like, well, I guess I gotta get a PlayStation 5 with a disk drive or something. So I'll be looking around. Maybe I'll go to a swap shop and get an old PS5, old riggedy raggedy PS5 for 20 bucks. I always end up spending 20 bucks for my Sony consoles. I got a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and a PlayStation 3, all for 20. Each of them for 20 bucks. So I've been lucky on that. I didn't try to get a PlayStation 4. I was just too like, well, whatever. So I'll see if I get a PlayStation 5 at the swap shop. It's like, hey, it's broken. I was like, okay, let go. Let go. And I open it up and plug some stuff in and it works. I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. You know, what do you how do you see Sony after this aftermath, after the ABK deal goes through, after, you know, Starfield, all these other games are coming out, and Sony is looking kind of feeble right now, looking scared. They signed a contract. They're not in a position of power right now. They lost a lot of face. Jim Ryan lost them a lot of face, and like I said, if the numbers start slipping, which they will, because of Call of Duty, Jim Ryan's probably not gonna be there for long. This is my prediction. I'm gonna say he might make it back to the end of this generation, but the next generation is gonna be somebody new. He'll be there for a little bit, you know, to get him in, but I bet you right now, it's probably Herman Holtz. They're probably gonna groom him. It's like, you the next guy. He's like, okay. And Jim's gonna bounce, and Herman's gonna be in. And hopefully they get somebody better. Well, I don't even know if Herman Holtz is that much better. He doesn't really talk that much. He has, but it's been on the game side, the artistic side. So, you know, that's what he is. He's a dev. So, but anyway, appreciate y'all. And I'll take y'all on the next one. Till the way.